absolutely are 3 phases. That's not a myth.
At Levine Maxwell asks, chess enthusiasts, is there a name for every possible move in chess? After following the World Championship, the amount of names they have for different moves is infinitely fascinating, like the Sicilian defense, wing gambit, Rossolimo variation. Yes. So the way I would describe this is chess openings are named after people or they are named after places. Any given chess opening, like the Sicilian defense, obviously, Sicily, Rossolimo variation, is named after Rossolimo. Chess openings are the first 5, 6, 7, 10 moves of a game. Also in chess, a lot of different tactical patterns have fun nicknames like fork, pin, deflection, and so on. But those are just descriptive conceptual terms, and they're not actually named after people or locations. By Brandon White asks, is it harder to play with black pieces than white? #chess. Basically what Brandon is asking here is that white goes first in chess. Is that an advantage? It really doesn't matter. The truth is you're gonna play half the games of your life with white and half of them with black. You've gotta be ready to play with either color. Now with black, especially early on, white can bring out their queen. They can try to checkmate you in 4 moves, which is called the scholar's mate. But as long as you learn to deal with early aggression and kind of nonsense openings, you'll be fine. In fact, some people like playing black more because they can respond to what their opponent does. So their opponent shows their hand, and now you get to respond with black. At Patrick Bet David asks, who's the greatest chess player of all time? This list basically comes down to 3 people. Magnus Carlsen, Garry Kasparov, and Bobby Fischer. There are some people out there that will argue for somebody else. They are objectively incorrect, and I will be the first one to tell you. All these 3 players dominated in different ways. Bobby Fischer was a transcendent talent and hard worker. He was better than everybody that he played, and it wasn't even close. But he was only world champion once, and then he sort of stepped away from chess. Garry Kasparov dominated for decades. Magnus Carlsen is currently in the midst of his reign. If Magnus can go another 6, 7, 8 years as the world rank #1, there's a legitimate case to be made that he will overtake Garry. It's very close. If I have to give you an answer right now, I will say Garry Kasparov. If we recorded this 3 years into the future, I probably would tell you Magnus. At K. Marzantovic says, what can we learn from a game Deep Blue versus Kasparov? The match was basically the turning point where...
Let's go, Roxy!
Let's go.
What?
Nice.